Yep, 40 degrees. Despite the weather's best efforts, we have gotten pretty good progress. Just to kind of go over what we've been doing. We took the brackets, I welded them, we got pretty far in the last video, and then my drill bit started smoking randomly. Despite that, I took the brackets out, we got all of the holes drilled. Turns out that the drill was just really hot, so that's why it was wedged in there. After it cooled off, it pulled right out. Was able to get the other ones drilled out, and then we put them over on the Crossmember and drilled holes, got them measured up. There was a little discrepancy with the Crossmember that's kind of interesting, so maybe cut to that point right now and go through that. Wow, so I just learned something. Measure twice, get confused once. Wow. So this side, from the center of the exhaust tube to the frame rail, where this tab is, measures 21 inches on the driver's side. However, on the passenger side, from those same points, it measures 19 inches. Can someone explain that? Isn't that crazy? So now what I think I need to do, I don't believe this is going to interrupt my frame, but I can, or my body. Man, what? So I think the best thing to do is get it the same from the body or the frame rail. So we got about 7 inches there. So we need to come in on that side. So this hole must be it. So maybe what I'll do is get it to the edge of that hole. Let's see where that hole is from there. 16 and 16. Yeah, so this hole to the edge of that hole to the frame is 16, but this one is just, man, that's really crazy. So I need to scoot it in. I need to scoot them both in a lot more, and I shall do that now. So that's kind of an interesting fact for the Crossmember. Now we have, after we got where we wanted the measurements at, drilled holes in it, got it all lined up, and then we took a minute and welded all of the brackets on, put the Crossmember back in, and now we're here. And what we're looking at doing from this point is I got a new U-joint that I need to put into this end. Let's pull that out and show you. Now I'm a little bit wondering what to do with this. I didn't get a new U-joint for this side. Well, that wasn't very smart. So this is where it was riding on the C4. You can see it's all polished off up to the seal. Now, if you see this dark brown line, it's about 3/4 of an inch up to an inch up is where this one's going to sit. So my research lately has got to be, is this depth going to be enough to be secure on this car, or should I get it lengthened an inch or so? My guess is that I can live with that. And now I have to ruin this end. We're missing a cap, so I got to pull these out. It doesn't look like these have the terrible plastic doohickeys that you got to melt out from GM. I almost destroyed a drive shaft once because I didn't know that was a thing. So we'll just take a minute, pull these keys out or these locks out, and then I'll try to pound these out and see how far we get. Pinch them together, pick them up, pull them out. Let them fly into your eyeball. And then after, so what I think I know and what I know doesn't mean these are always the right thing. I think I know, or what my understanding is, too much heat to these aluminum drive shafts will warp the ears. So that people are saying you don't know how many of these I've ruined because there's heat to them. So we'll just get it, let's get it toasty. Nothing to write home about. If I ruin it, maybe I should be looking to fix that anyway, because it's an inch short. Looks like that's warmed up. Looks like that's warmed up. I'm not sure any of that's gonna matter. Look at that. Good. Now what? Maybe I'm just completely ruining these things. So what I've done in the past is I've hit it with I put a socket around the top and hit it. And what that ended up doing, just for a cautionary tale, is the little groove that the pin goes in, or whatever that thing's called, it squished it. So I had to get it cut off and a new one installed. And that was a pain. Looks like pound hard enough, it pops out. Now somehow I gotta get this magically out. The ends off. Put these through the ends, both sides. Put them down over this way. Put this one down over this way. It seemed like last time I was involved in this situation, I pounded on them, and then I pounded all the needles. I vibrated them loose. So that's probably not something that anybody wants to do. And put it in right there. For today's adventure, I'm looking for this joint right here to be level. This looks level right there, doesn't it? What I've been trying to ask questions online were, how high is your Crossmember on the stock version? Like, how high is it from right here to the top of the gear shift? So I've already taken out 1 inch, and I think that I like that, and it's equal. Let's see it from your view. Does it look like it is even Steven? Looks like it's negative. Man, I like that though. I like it right there. My park brake's not gonna work, is my guess. So I probably just chop that off, because I gotta do something else with the park brake. Maybe go down to that hole, cut it out, and then I can raise it if I gotta put a spacer in it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I need to now build this little bracket and see how that's gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna do that tonight.